Just a little bit. Just a little bit more.
Oh my god.
Just a little bit. I know what you've been waiting for. Oh man, I need to keep my day job.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I am your host, the Frankster. I'm here with my good buddy,
The Arrow, DJ Hart.
and we're here with all kinds of Transformers Earth Wars goodness. So let's go ahead and hop on into it. So, past weekend, DJ, it was a individual event. So, how did that go for you?
It was all right, chill, lay back, relaxed. I didn't really get anything. The week before, I did get a fair share of got a couple new combat bots, which was nice. I got like 2-star versions of most of them. I think I got a 3-star version of one of them. So I got a few combat bots that have been recently released that had recently been put into the premium, so I got that. I think last weekend was just a good event for everybody. Those 10K events are always nice. And that's where the individual totalizers need to stay. 20 is too much. 10,000 is where they need to be, because after this massive alliance thing, 10K, it's a chill, relaxed, make it worth doing if you want to do it, but also make it so it's like if you don't want to do it, you're not really missing out.
Yeah, I agree completely. 10K is the sweet spot for individual events for sure.
Yeah.
And in this past weekend event, everybody watches my weekend things probably noticed I didn't do anything. I took the week off from the game. I was just burnt out, and I'm like, I want to get away from it. I'm gonna extend that a few more weeks. I want to reset and get back to where I'm fully enjoying being on it all the time, because it just got to the point where there was so much to do even during the week that I just got burnt out, and I'm like, I need a little bit of a break from this.
Yeah.
2 years straight of just hitting it hard every weekend, and I was like, yeah, it's time for a break.
Yeah, and I've been doing it for longer than that. So yeah, the game is very busy. You can get burned out on it very easily. So like, I don't think anybody's gonna blame you for taking some time off. I certainly don't. I've not been as active as I normally have, mostly just due to the fact that my schedule has just gotten really busy. I'm having to spend more time at work, which is the opposite of what I wanted to do, but that's how it ended up happening. On my days off, just super busy around the house, trying to clean and mow and laundry and just and dog and stuff, So
Yeah.
so there's just a lot of stuff going on in our personal lives that are kind of pulling us away from the game a little bit. And the game itself can burn you out if you don't take time away from it from time to time.
Well,
So
it's so busy at certain points you just feel obligated to make the time to get on it, almost like it's a job.
yeah,
And it's like, once it feels like a job and not like a game, that's when you need to take a step back.
yeah.
So that's what I did.
Yeah, so no, I don't think anybody will blame me for that. I certainly don't, because I'm in a similar spot myself. I still log in a little. I try to log in a little bit here and there, but not nearly as much as I was, just because of how busy I am outside of the game. So
Yeah, I'll probably jump on occasionally and just do a few battles just for the heck of it, but I just need a break from being like grinding like crazy every weekend. So
yeah, the podcast will continue.
yeah.
Except
Podcast
last
will
week.
keep going. My weekend videos will be on a little bit of a hiatus, but the podcast is going to be here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we were both too busy last week to record. So
Yep. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But anyway, enough about the previous weekend. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to throw it to DJ to do it.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, got tongue-tied there. I'm going to throw it to DJ so he can do what it is that he do.
well, thank you very much, sir. DJ will do what it is he do, and what he do is news. All right, everybody, here we are in the news, and our upcoming weekend event is called Cease and Desist. Somebody got the lawyers involved.
Yeah, somebody lawyered up.
Yeah. Well, they have a right to legal representation. So, all right, so this will be an Alliance Totalizer. 500,000 points to complete it, so not that bad, especially compared to some of the million pointers we've been doing for the past few weeks. So 500,000, not bad. The new combiners are coming, so we're going to be excited about that. The prizes are 1 Sky Rain / Galvatronus 4-star crystal, duplicates are possible, and an additional 50 Sky Rain or Galvatronus character crystals up to 4-star. A G1 Aerial G-Metal Power Core chip, a G1 Aerial Gold Power Core chip, and 6 Gold Power Core chips. 200,000 Combiner Spark and 150,000 Spark, 2,500 4-star shards, 7,500 3-star shards, and 20,000 premium shards. Battle zones are normal and super XP, as has been the norm. Here are your tiers and what you get and when. Alright, game updates and information. So this is a little bit of information about Transformers Update 18.0. So getting a little bit talking about, upcoming HQ 18. Still no date as to when that will happen. We may get more news on the next live stream 2 weeks from now. So you guys can pause through this, read that if you like. But we are getting base layouts. So you will be able to create a base configuration and save it so that you don't have to keep rearranging it from scratch.
And
so
you can have 3 of them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do that, which is very similar to other games out there that have been doing the same format for a long time, such as Boom Beach, Clash of Clans, games of that nature. So this is a very, very highly sought out thing by the player base, and it is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Space 8.
Yeah, really cool addition. So.
Alrighty, so now you will have to pay Cyber Coins in order to unlock the tiers. So you'll have 1 loadout you'll be able to save, and then if you want to get more, it'll cost you some Cyber Coins. So you got to be prepared for that.
Well, according to that picture, the first extra one's 0.
Well, Space 8.
I know, it'll change. I'm just saying, it says 0.
Yep. Alrighty, and then let's see. You may see new things like smash damage. This is what all Warriors melee have. So they are aware that this is appearing on other bots, and we look to resolve this in upcoming update. So now we also have new tooltips in the game, which is very much appreciated, especially for those of us who want to create videos to go over individual bot stats and how they're affected by this and that. So this is greatly appreciated. So you can see how the ricochet, what it looks like, how much it costs, and how much it costs extra every time you use it. And then the tooltip here, which tells you what your bot's base damage is, if they have a power core, if it's providing a bonus, and what the perk is, your Titan perk, if it's providing a bonus. Same thing with health. So finally, that's been
yeah. Well, that
itemized.
information can really help with strategizing and everything too. So that's a huge needed addition.
Yep. So that is fantastic, and we appreciate it. All right, they're going to be doing some reworking on the missions, so you can see that there's a refresh button here. So you'll be able to tap the refresh button to refresh the missions if you don't like.
Finally, that's desperately needed.
Yep. So we're gonna get that, and then in celebration of the Beast Wars 25 anniversary, they are going to release some Beast Wars crystals. So you'll have some crystals. You'll have some possibilities that Beast Wars characters you may not already have. So it's there for you to take advantage of if you should choose. Alrighty, so you can pause this and read through that if you like. The new combiners, Sky Rain and Galvatronus. Alrighty, so we get Sky Rain. He is going to be made up of Skylynx, Trailbreaker, Hound, Wheeljack, and Smokescreen. His abilities are going to be Windrush, Typhoons, and Maelstrom. So that's going to be pretty cool. So you guys, it was supposed to be released in the game Thursday as of this recording, but according to the live stream, they were having some issues with it. So the new scheduled release date is Friday as you're watching this video. So it should be released today, from your perspective. If not, well, probably going to be another week if it ain't already out.
About to say emphasis on the should.
Yeah. Capital SHOULD with parentheses. All right, and then Galvatronus, who will be made up of Astro Train, Mindwipe, Blitzwing, Cyclonus, and Acid Storm. So that's pretty cool. And Acid Storm is a very, very recently released bot, so that's going to be a little tougher to get, I think, for the Decepticon players than Skyrain, because most of these bots have been in the game for a while. The most recent one was Trailbreaker, and he was released a while ago.
I still don't have him or Smokescreen as 4 stars though. So
and Smokescreen's been in the game since before I started playing.
Yeah.
So
got nothing on that front.
Yeah. So alrighty. So his abilities are the same, but they are called Dark Rush, Enigma Barrage, and Black Hole. So the names of his abilities are cooler. I'm just saying.
They really are way cooler names. To be fair though, he is evil. So
he is very evil, and evil is usually cooler and more fun. All right. Content creators. We love our content creators, and Frankie and I love our content creators too. Sunstreaker Waza, you're like we love you to death, man. So he has a video up that you should check out called Quality of Life Update. So check that out if you haven't already seen it. And then, of course, your other content creators are myself, the Aero DJ Hearts, Engineer Hoist, Grind Time Soldier, Sunstreaker Waza, and the Frankster of FPS Gaming, on whose channel you are watching this video. They always forget to list him because he's not as, prominent on Discord.
They lump us in together, so, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's like they put me up, they got my link there, but you're watching this on totally different channels, so...
To be fair, you did get started way before me. I came to the party late.
You did, but at the same time, it's like, you deserve to be on this list. Anyway, all right, Community Corner. So as always, the player base is sending in artwork, and that's Cosmos, and he looks cool.
That is cool. It's a very manga style. I like that.
I like that a lot. All right, bug fixes and improvements. So you got some fixes for Metroplex and Trypticon. Titan Spark, something about the cap is now 1.5 million, and then new art. So you guys can check that out if you choose. They
finally fixed the Titan Assault perks, so now all your Titan perks are finally working in Titan Assault.
Oh, good.
That took a minute, but at least it's working now.
Yeah, so we'll see how well it's working when I go into Titan Assault, because I hadn't touched it this week. All right, and then here we are in the schedule saga. We are currently in week 2 of 5, 500,000 points, Super XP, and it's the Combiner release. Next week is another Alliance Totalizer. The score is to be announced, and that'll be the new Titans. We're getting those next week.
Which they did tell us what you would need for the 3-star Titan part, which we will discuss later, because our main topic is breaking down all the goodies that we learned in the live stream. So
yes, it is.
More details on that in just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more.
Oh my God.
Just a little bit. I know what you've been waiting for. Oh man, I need to keep my day job. All right. Next, and then the event after that will be an individual totalizer for Prime Core shards, and then the main event, the Piece de Resistance, the Alliance totalizer, will be the new 5-star bots, or new bots with 5-star shards. Excuse me, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news.
All right, so pretty interesting newsletter. Nice little tidbits. Way more news coming in just a little bit, though, because that live stream just threw a ton of stuff at us this week.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was pretty big news. It was everything they announced was a pretty big deal. So it's a lot to break down. So before we get to that, DJ, I'm going to throw it back to you, and we're going to check out the comments.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the mailbag, and our first comment comes from Volcanica69. From this weekend's event, I got 4-star Minerva and 4-star Dupe. What happened to episode 36? It's happening now. Welcome.
Better late than never. Just a week behind. It's fine.
Dude, at this point, we're several weeks behind. Like, episode 52 will not take place on the anniversary of the show. It's on the 1-year anniversary.
No,
we're going to be at episode 49 or something like that on the 52nd week of our show.
Yeah. To
So,
be fair, we have busy lives, and getting together to film it is usually we have to jump through some hoops.
yeah, it's challenging, and we live like 2 hours apart from. No, yeah, we live like 2 hours apart from
Yeah,
one
it's two.
another.
It's
So,
about 2 hours. Yeah, so it's like we can't actually physically be in the same place. But even just getting in front of a computer at the same time, some weeks it just can't happen.
yeah, so it's a nightmare.
We try our best to get it in every week. It's just sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So
sometimes, yeah. So bear with
some
us.
weeks DJ has too much going on. Some weeks it's me. Some weeks it's both of us. So
Yeah, last week.
yeah.
All right. Our next comment comes from Bossman6774. Excuse me. Do you think 5-star combiners will be introduced this year? Will we see 5-star Titans or combiners first? Great to see a game that is 6 years old and keeping things interesting. Guaranteed. Oh, granted, there are things that need fixing, but it seems like Space Ape is working hard to improve them. Yeah, I mean, they're always working hard. I mean, a lot of time, there are a lot of times, and some of the other content creators have pointed this out as well. There's a lot of times where it doesn't feel like they care, or they just kind of, whatever it and just kind of brush it off to the side. But in their defense, they have a ton of stuff that they're working on. There's constantly bugs they got to fix. There's constantly new content they're working on that we're not aware of. They're usually understaffed. They deal with a lot. These mobile games, it's not like they create the game, throw it out there, and then they're done. Just like the golden age of video games, it's an ongoing thing that constantly needs attention. So, I mean, their time is
service game.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is when you fix something, you never know what ripple effect that change in the code is going to have elsewhere in the game.
Yeah.
So they have to be kind of strategic about it, because if you fix problem A, you could inadvertently cause problems B, C, D, and E.
Yep, and then you got a whole other set of problems.
Yeah, so you got to be mindful and tactical about how you approach fixing things.
Yeah, but to answer your question, we will probably, I don't know, that's a coin toss if we'll see 5-star combiners or Titans first. Who knows?
Well,
I'd
with
like to
them
think combiners,
saying that
but
we would get the 4-star of the new Titan before we get Metroplex's 5-star, I would say it's probably more likely we'll get the combiners first.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, that's
because
I would like to see that
they
anyway.
keep moving the goalpost on the 5-star Titan. Like every little bit, they're moving the goalpost further back. So I'm thinking they may be within a month or two of each other at this point.
Yeah.
But I think it may be combiners first.
Yeah, I hope so. Alrighty. Our next comment comes from Ushno King. I like to see more Prime characters like Optimus Prime, Megatron, RC, Arachnids, and especially Knockout. And I did get 3-star Breakdown Prime. Well, awesome sauce. And yeah, you're right. I wouldn't mind seeing those either. Now, we have like 3 Optimus Primes, I think, in the game. No, we have 2. What do we have? We have Optimus Prime. We have Laser Optimus. We have Rodimus Prime. We have Optimus Primal. We have Optimus Primal.
You have 2 versions of Primal and 2 versions of Prime. So there's 4 Optimuses, but they're 2 different characters. There's 2 versions of each.
Yeah, and then we have Rodimus Prime and his previous iteration, Hot Rod. So we have a lot of Primes in the game. I don't know that we need... It's like Jetfire. They're constantly coming up with a way to get us another Jetfire. We got 4 of them in the game so far, and they're all on the Autobots side. So
I'm fine with more Optimuses. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but he's the last one I would want, to be honest. But I would like to see, like, Prime RC, Arachnid on the Decepticon side. I really like that character. I wouldn't mind seeing her in the game. We've got Knockout now, so there you go.
Spoiler for a little bit later, but yeah.
Yep. So we'll go over that. But yeah, I would like to see more characters from Prime in the game as well, because I actually like Prime a lot. It's one of my favorite Transformers shows.
Personally, I'd love more Beast Wars characters added in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what more do we really want?
From the show we got here, like I know we had Silverbolt, Prowl, and Ironhide from one of the Japanese shows.
Yeah,
I would like to see more characters from the original Beast Wars show added in at some point.
Which ones do we not have yet? Because we have
Rampage is one I desperately want.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage. There's still several. Trying to think on the Maximal side, we never got Tigatron.
No, we didn't. I want Tigatron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there's still several. There's because they messed up and gave us Rat Trap and Air Rages as combat bots.
Yeah, which we should not. They should not have been combat bots.
But Tigatron, what was the Manta Ray one called?
Depth Charge.
Depth Charge. There we go. Yep. Depth Charge. Rampage is a big one. You could do Beast Wars Scorponok because we got the Titan Scorponok, but we could get the Beast Wars version.
Yeah, not to mention Beast Wars Inferno.
Yes,
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? On that note, I actually did make a video a while back of the top Beast Wars characters that I want to see in the game. I'll put a link to both those videos in the description below. I did one for Maximals and Predicons, so check those out. Tell me if you guys agree with me.
Know who would be a cool, unique one to get? The Beast Wars version of Ravage. That would be so unique.
Yeah, because
that would be cool.
That would be cool. He had a Russian accent for some reason.
Yeah, it was still cool. I was like, wow, they made Ravage pretty awesome.
Yeah. So. All right. Our next comment also comes from Volcanica69. I got my 11th 5-star, and it was Sludge. Well, congratulations. I know Frankie's happy for you. I don't really use mine much.
Don't let nobody tell you different.
Yeah. As for 5-star Grimlock, Goes you want the ability 11 for him and his G1 core with Taraxodon. With that setup, he plays like Cheetor. You have to keep him moving to keep his health up. I'm very close to getting another 5-star. I'm hoping for Blaster, and then I'm saving up 5-star shards for the 5-star combiners that might be coming soon, hopefully, when Skyrain is released. I'll have another 4-star combiner free of charge. Where I war at the healers are a must. I'm not much of a Drift fan. To me, he's about as useful as 2 stars and pretty much cannon fodder. You're not wrong. Drift is very much cannon fodder.
His G1 core helps a little, but even with his ability giving him health, it's like if you're not spamming his ability, he's dead.
Yeah.
And that's a waste of ability points.
It is.
Absolute waste.
Now, I did level my 5-star Grimlock to 50 and put him on a squad, but I did not put anything into. I think I got his ability up to level 3. I think I did that, and I put I've got a G Metal core. I put that on him, but beyond that, I didn't do much with him. So
mine's level I think 52 now with a level 10 ability, and I have one of the gold Grimlock cores on him. I think it's Grimlock's Crown. That's all I have. I still don't have a decent G Metal Grimlock core. So
yeah. I actually have 2 G1 G Metal Grimlock cores, and I was like, what? So I have 2 of them. So I've got them both maxed out. I put one on the G Metal, and I put one on the my gold one, my 4-star Grimlock. So I was like, what? But I went ahead and I was like, why not? So and then let me see. Oh, and somebody replied to Volcanicus. It was Star Saber. I wish the best of luck. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you. So, all right. Our next comment comes from John J. Pollock.
I will find him.
And he says, "You guys make my day knowing the underlining meaning of General Zod meme." Yeah. Indeed, you're right. Never gets old.
Too. We really do.
And for those of you who are new to the show and or have been watching for a little while but didn't catch why we do that, it's because once upon a time, when CyberPass was first released, Space Ape was giving out free CyberPasses to the first, several people, and all the content creators were asked to provide 5 names to be entered into a chance to win for a free CyberPass for CyberPass Season 1. Now, John J. Pollock and Bossman6774 were 2 of the guys who commented every single episode of the Botcast without fail. Without fail. They were there every episode for us. So, of the 5 names that we selected, we picked them 2 immediately because they were the ones that were always with us. So, we were like, you guys for sure. But then the episode we announced that, John J. Pollock, nowhere to be found. So I was like, where's John J. Pollock? And I'm like, are you serious? So it's like, he better, so I threw up the meme of Zod going, I will find him. And I've been doing it ever since because I just think it's bloody hilarious. So, alrighty. All right, our next comment comes from Star Saber. I got Soundwave G1 Gold Core. Hope he gets 4 stars and 3-star Breakdown Prime. I love your videos. You guys are pretty cool. Well, thank you very much, Star Saber. We appreciate you, and congratulations on your cores and bots. Keep on playing, man. We hope you get all the bots, all the cores, and all the prizes.
Hopefully you got both 4 and 3-star Breakdown.
Yeah, I didn't. I got 3-star. That's all I got.
Usually get lucky on them chance events, but I didn't pull it off this time. So.
Yeah, I didn't either. So, our next comment comes from William Edward Heckman. I guess Bulkhead isn't good to use at solo, but it's still a great bot. Great job using him at solo. Well, thank you very much, sir. And yeah, Bulkhead is a great bot. I was thoroughly impressed with him.
Yeah.
When we had him in the test battle. So if you get him, I highly encourage you guys to, depending on where you're at. Now, if you're like top level player, don't worry about leveling those 3-star, because even though it's a good bot, you probably won't get much out of that. But if you get his 4-star bot, level it. Implement it somehow into your strategy, whether it's event grinding or war, whatever you think you can use him for. He's a great bot. I really enjoyed using him in the test battle last week.
Very impressive on that last episode. Really was. I was shocked.
Yep. And then our next comment and our final comment comes from Lord Avix. Hey, it's Dante and Randall. What?
Probably in reference to something one of us said.
I have no idea what that is.
See, this is the problem when we miss a week. The last episode isn't fresh in our mind.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? When people respond to something?
Yeah, I have no idea what that's a reference to.
He'll probably explain it in the next episode. We'll be like, oh, of course.
Yeah. And then after this episode, after we're done recording, I'm going to go back and rewatch that episode because now I'm trying to figure it out. So, for throwing us a curveball, you get a like.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And for being a week late, we give you a like.
There you go. Well, I'm the only one in the news right now, so you'll have to do it after the fact. So, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for comments. Please keep them coming. We love reading your comments live. If there's anything else that we can do for you in terms of content, let us know what you'd like to see. Speaking of which, my channel has been I haven't done anything with it in the last 2 or 3 weeks because I don't know what to do that's not already been done. I know you guys are tired of just seeing crystal crackings because surely I can do better than that. So comment below, let me know what you would like to see, and I will take it under consideration. This, ladies and gentlemen, has been the mailbag.
All right, well, thank you everybody again for the comments. We appreciate it, and we love the fact that all of y'all are engaged with the show and want to participate. So let's move on to the main topic, which this week is actually the live stream because there was some juicy tidbits in the live stream there.
Yeah.
And I know DJ wrote it all down for us. We were actually watching it together. And the first big one is we know what the Alliance is going to have to score to get the 3-star of the new Titans.
Yes. $1 million. I mean, points.
I was going to say, don't you mean points there, Dr. Evil?
It's big money. It's big money.
Well, it's definitely big points, especially for just the 3-star part. I was thinking somewhere 750, 800, not necessarily, all the way to the million.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either because 1 million points used to be the big number,
Yeah.
And that number has been going steadily up over the past 6 years.
Yeah.
And now it's gotten out of control. And they tried to rein it in by not doing leaderboards anymore because people were scoring just millions of points and it was crazy pants. But now they're doing basically what amounts to Alliance totalizers with a big prize at the end. But the highest one so far, it was 3,500,000 points, I think. Wasn't that the number for a big event they did where they released new 5-star bots?
I think so. It was either 2.5 or 3.5. I'm not sure
Something
which.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was up there. It was.
It was some crazy number that only top tier alliances are going to hit, and that
Yeah.
is just not
I mean,
fair to the rest of the player base.
you can save your 3 stars and get it, but it puts you behind the 8 ball to everybody else that was in an alliance that could hit the million. So
Yeah.
it's like,
So everybody will have the opportunity to get it. I just
yeah.
assume-
Well, the thing is like you can score enough to do your part to a million, but if everybody else in your alliance doesn't have the ability or is willing to hit that point, you'll still miss out on it.
Yeah. So
That's
first of
what
all,
really sucks.
First of all, you really need to be in an alliance that is comprised of the max of 40 players, and then each one of those 40 players, on average, must score a minimum of 25,000 points. Not every alliance is going to have 40 players. Not every alliance's players are going to score 25,000 points. Now, you will have the odd alliance where, like, your top players in that alliance are scoring, like, in the 30s, and then the lower tiers are scoring somewhere in the teens, so it'll kind of even out. But
Yeah.
unless you have those averages, unless you have those rules of thumb, you're not going to get there, and it's kind of outrageous. 500,000 to 750,000 points should be the absolute most for a
Yeah.
3-star. You don't get into the million until we're talking like the 4-star Titan. And then once we get into the 5-star Titan, 1.5 million at most. Getting above that for any kind of event, for any kind of bot, prize, whatever, it's just absurd and unnecessary. On that note, I'm still not happy with the replacement to the leaderboard events. We should have kept the leaderboard events, but reined in the player's ability to score points by having fuel cells similar to what we have in raids. You can't replenish them with cyber coins. You can't replenish them with money. You can't replenish them at all. You have to wait for them to recharge naturally. And then you got to log in. You got to score your points real quick, and then you got to wait another 3 hours before you can log back in. That is how leaderboards should have been done. You want to spend money on the bundles and the fuel and the cyber coins? Have at it. But on leaderboards, spending money on fuel cells should be prevented with the raid fuel cells. It's already in the game. All you got to do is put it on a leaderboard event, and there you go. Now everybody's got a fair shot.
Always
And
find
that's
a way
my
to bring
rant
up.
for the day.
Yeah, always bring it back to that somehow. You always find a way. It's like,
That is what they should. That is the most logical thing to do. Anyway,
yeah, it is. But
all right.
so that's a next weekend. Am I right? The Titan event is next weekend.
Yes, where we're gonna get the next weekend the 2-star Titan will be released.
No, it's in the same event, the 2 and the 3-star part.
Okay.
They said the 2-star would be easily obtainable,
Yep.
and the 3-star would be at a mill.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a huge gap. It's like, I mean, with a Titan, I don't know. I like the campaign to unlock the first one. Like, I like that because you had to be a certain strength or be able to beat a base of a certain strength to even get the Titan. But
Yeah.
it felt more fair because it's like you knew where you personally had to be.
Yeah.
With this one, I'm like, it's more like all the other stuff they do, and it's just
Plus, it's a campaign, so eventually you'll work your way up to where you can get it.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly,
In the event,
yeah.
This is your one shot. If you don't get it
Yeah.
this weekend, you're gonna have to wait until you have enough 3-star crystals or shards.
here's the
amassed,
question:
and
how are you going to get the 2-star part if you're not in the event?
That's a good question.
No one answered that.
Yeah, and you have to be in
Because
an
there's no
alliance.
2-star shards, so you can't.
Yeah, there's no 2-star shards, and you have to be a member of an alliance to
Yeah.
to take part in the event. So if you're not, and they asked, what if you're not in an alliance? And Space Ape's answer was, well, you have to be in an alliance. What if you're not? What if you're new to the game, you
Yeah.
don't have an alliance yet, and
Yeah,
then
or
you
what
join
if
an
you
alliance
miss?
later, and you miss out
Yeah.
on this event? What then? How
Well,
do we
there
retro?
will be a way to get it. I'm just wondering because without 2-star shards are gone, so you can't do it like you do the 3 and the 4. That's interesting.
Yeah. So
So I guess
I'm
we'll know
interested to
next
have
week.
an answer for that, Space Ape.
Yeah, hopefully we will next week. We'll be able to talk about it because that's kind of crazy now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, next bit of news after that, though, it would be the new combiner, which was supposed to be today as we're filming. Should be today as you're watching.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, as you watch this, you've already gotten a chance to try them out.
Yeah, hopefully. It got delayed. There's issues. No problem with that. It's frustrating, but it's understandable. You don't want to release something broken,
Right.
which happens far too frequently in video games
Oh
nowadays.
yeah. During the live stream, I was playing through the game. I was using Metroplex, and he was a statue again. He was just floating across the base, doing his abilities, but no movement of any kind. Just kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
So
what happened? And then the last battle, it was just magically fixed. I was like,
it's
what?
probably going to be on again, off again problem. I've had that with combiners before where they just wouldn't, no animation,
Yeah.
just float. And then it would be like an update would fix it or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Metroplex. It was Omega Supreme. That
oh,
was
okay,
doing
yeah,
it.
so it was a combiner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
I was like-
bug's popped up before. I don't know what triggers it.
When he first was introduced, I think it happened. So
Yeah, I had it happen with Magnaboss one weekend. Some of my weekend videos had Magnaboss just floating around, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yep. But yeah,
Oh.
our new combiners are in the game. Skyrain and Galvatronus. Again, should have been released today as we're recording, Thursday the 15th. But as you're watching this, Friday the 16th, they should be in game. If they're not, we apologize. Probably going to be a week, no one's space safe, But, it's a video game. Video games are full of bugs. Nothing's perfect. So I'm not holding a grudge against them if it's not in there yet. I know they'll get it eventually. But they look cool. I think they look cool. I think the abilities are good. I think they're fair. I've not gotten a chance to try it myself, but watching the gameplay looks like it'll be a good combiner to have. And if nothing else, it's another combiner to add to your arsenal to make event grinding easier when you're trying to step it up a notch.
Unless you're like me and you're missing 4-star Trailbreaker and Smokescreen, and at that point, he's pretty useless.
You still got the 3-star.
Yeah, but what can the 3-star do? I complained about 3-stars the entire time I had all of them. Because by the time I got them, I was so far in the game that they just died at the bases I was at. The only useful thing they were for is helping 1-stars beat battles in elimination mode to maximize my points, which I don't even do anymore because I have so many 4-stars, it's redundant. That's my rant for the day. 3-stars are pretty. You have to be early in the game and luck out and get a 3-star for it to be any kind of real useful.
Yeah, because once you're late in the game, you've got to have a 4-star.
Yeah,
So-
well, even once you're mid-range in the game, the 3-star isn't that good.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I do. So
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean,
on that note, though, another announcement they made in the live stream is that they have plans to increase the level cap of 4-star combiners to level 25. I get it. We got to make them more useful late in game, especially for your top tier alliances that are in top tier wars like Cybertron Hard and things of that nature. Do I like it? No.
yeah.
4-star combiner, keep them at level 20. When 5-star combiners are finally released across the board, then they can go to 25. I get
Yes.
why they're doing it the way they're doing it, but at the same time, I don't like it.
But
Leave them at
if-
level 20.
If 5-star combiners are coming, why make this move? Because, like you said, it should be the 5-star combiners should be the ones you need for like the Prime League.
Yeah. Unless
And
they have
if
plans.
you bring 5-star of all the combiners, you can get them to 25 where they'll be useful. There's not much point in extending the 4-stars. I mean, I know they'll be a little stronger, but to me, it just logically, in the way the game has worked, where 3-stars at level 10, 4-star goes to 20. Now it's a 10 levels and then a 15 level gap. It's like it just doesn't. It
Unless
doesn't
they
flow
have
well in my mind.
plans. The only way it makes sense to me is if they plan for HQ 18 to be such a departure in terms of how tough the base will be from HQ 17 that it will require 5-star bots to become stronger than they currently are. So then they would have to get to level 30. Well then there's they're overpowering HQ 17, but 4-stars are still not doing that good. So what do? We increase 4-stars to level 25, so now they can adequately tackle level 17 bases, whereas HQ18 will require the use of a level 30 5-star combiner. Unless that is kind of their plan. I don't know. They have not said anything about doing that, but then again, up until today, they didn't say anything about increasing combiners to level 25. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
It's possible. I mean, the next thing we'll talk about, there are big changes coming to defenses.
Yep.
Because that was announced today as well. They just kind of casually like, oh, and by the way, so it's entirely possible that you're right on that. I would rather 5 stars go to 30 and 4 stars stay at 20. That's just my preference, because then it makes logical sense with how everything goes. When you start throwing random numbers in there, it drives me crazy, because I'm like, why is there no symmetry to this?
Because especially me, in just terms of me just trying to level my bots, I have been gradually leveling all of my combiners evenly. I got Omega Supreme to 25. I've had Superior on level 20 forever, because he was my first one. All the rest of them were like level 1. I never touched them. So now I'm gradually leveling all of them together. They're all at level 11 right now. So now they're all working their way to level 12. And now you're telling me that I have more levels to go than I had previously, and I'm just like,
yeah. I
have a new combiner I have to level from scratch.
Yes, which getting him to 10 isn't that bad. The 3-star, maxing a 3-star out ain't that bad at all. It's from 11 to 20 is when it gets time consuming and costly.
Yeah, it's a week at a time, and it gets more expensive every time. So.
Yep.
Anyway, but on the plus side though, they are throwing so much more combiner spark out there than they used to, that it's very easy to maintain a surplus, especially if you're doing it like I am. It seems like every time I use combiner spark to level a combiner, a week later, it seems like I had more combiner spark than I did the week before, even though I just spent a bunch on the. So they are throwing a lot of spark out there. So kudos to that.
Yeah.
Our next point that Frankie alluded to just a while ago are the prime cores.
Yes, we finally know why they said to hold on to your shards.
Yep. So now you will be able to put your prime cores on defenses. You will have prime defense cores that you'll be able to put on your beam lasers and your shock towers and your auto cannons. And they didn't go into a whole lot of detail, so we don't know the absolute specifics. Yeah. But there will be prime defense cores. They said that there would be 11, but I think they just kind of made a mistake, because there are 12 primes.
Yeah.
And there are 12 prime cores currently in the game, so my thinking is there will be 12 prime cores for defenses.
Yeah, well, he even asked the guy, he was like, there's 11 prime cores, right? And the other guy was like, yeah, there's 11, and there's 12.
There are 12, yeah. And I'm still waiting for in Space 8, I'm still waiting for the 13th prime core, for that mysterious 13th prime. Been waiting for that for like 3 years.
Yeah,
where is it?
They said they were going to tweak the cores to work for defense. Like, some of them would already work, but the ones that didn't, they would tweak them and what they do so it would make sense for defense.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. I mean, I never get that excited about anything added to defense. I'm an all offensive guy.
I am too, but I got to admit that what changes the prime cores could bring to defense could be significant. I might be like, ooh, So,
I don't know. I'm that person. I would be like, prime core on defense or G metal for a bot. I'm gonna go G metal for the bot. That's gonna be me every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nah.
We'll see. It just depends on what they are.
I mean, it's a game changer, and people are gonna be super happy about this.
Oh yeah, especially your top tier war leagues.
Yes. So, and it's going to introduce all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, people are going to come up with, like, what's best on a beam laser, what's best on a missile launcher.
Yep.
There's no telling what you're going to see out there.
Yeah, the content creators are going to have field day with this.
Yes, they will. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yep. So, all right. And then that brings us to our last point. The new bots have been revealed, and they thought they had done it already. They're like, haven't we done that yet?
Yeah.
Why haven't we done that yet? Well, here they are.
What got me is they haven't announced the new combats either, and we're getting the combats first.
Yeah, we always get the combats like 1 or 2 weeks before, and we don't know who they're going to be yet.
The reveal was in the wrong order even now, so it's like, well,
why not? You know.
Yeah.
But our new bots will be Skids for Autobots and Knockout for Decepticons. Now, Skids is of course a G1 bot. Knockout is, now there may be more to Knockout than I realize. I'll have to go back and see if there's an episode on Chris McFeely's The Basics about Knockout. But the first time I was exposed to Knockout is in Transformers Prime. He was a Decepticon on the Nemesis. He usually palled around with Breakdown, who was released in the game recently as a counterpart to Bulkhead. So Knockout in Prime, I thought he was great. I loved his character. I loved his personality. He was such a dick, but it's so smug about it. I really liked him. And then at the end of the season, at the end of the show, he was like, the Autobots are clearly like the victors, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm changing sides. I'm joining the winning team." And we're like, "Really?" And he was serious. So I really like Knockout. The new bots will be gunners, as what we were told. No idea of what their abilities are going to be yet, but it's going to be pretty cool. So
yeah, I'm always happy for more gunners, so that's going to be good. Hopefully they have an awesome ability. Don't do the whirl thing. Just give them one really awesome ability.
Yes, please.
Don't go for two, please.
Triple changers get 2 abilities. That's an exclusive thing to triple changers. Until you introduce 6 changers, and then they got to have 6 abilities. But it'd probably be able to shuffle through those, like it was the idea given to us in the last episode of the podcast by one of our viewers. We appreciate that, by the way. That was an awesome idea.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah. I like that we got some gunners coming. So hopefully we learn their ability in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait to try this bot out like we did Bulkhead.
Yeah. See if we can solo the base. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah, we're gonna do that every month now. We're gonna be like, let's see if we can solo with this bot.
Yep. Yeah. Every saga, when they release the new bot and the test battle gets released, we're gonna play it here on the botcast, and we're gonna see if we can solo the base with that bot. So be looking forward to that. It's something that we're gonna do from now on. We enjoyed it. It's gonna
be a blast. So much fun.
Yeah. I did it.
All right. Well, I feel like we about covered everything. Don't you think so, DJ? We hit everything.
I believe we have. Apologies again for not being with you guys last week. Real life is a pain.
It definitely can get in the way of making videos.
It most certainly can.
Unless you're doing it for a living, and in that case, you don't really have an excuse.
Yep.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not. We're trying. We really are. We got all kinds of stuff in the works. It's just slow going. On that note, be looking out for my other channel, Mighty Morphin DJ. I am doing a giveaway for your very own Power Rangers Lightning Collection Pink Power Ranger helmet. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the notification bell, and then send me a screenshot so I can see that you've done that. And then you can be in the drawing for that Ranger helmet. I'm running it all month long until October the 1st, which I think is a Saturday. First Saturday of October is when I'm doing it. So be watching out for that. And then let me know in the comments below what you would like for my The Arrow DJ Hart Transformers gear channel to do. Something that nobody else is doing. I want to do something besides crystal cracking. So guys, let me know if you have ideas. I would appreciate it.
All right, well there you go. Be sure you let DJ know, and definitely check out Mighty Morphin DJ. That is actually a really cool Power Rangers channel. I've been enjoying his videos, so definitely give that a look-see. I'm sure he'll put the link here, and at the end of the video throw one in there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in case you don't know, DJ's my editor on the podcast. So.
Yeah, I always ask for permission before I throw something crazy in there. So
yeah,
once in a while I just surprise them.
Yeah, well, we will be back next week, life permitting. Every intention of it, we should be. See y'all next week. Same bot time, same bot channel. Frankster out.